Hey guys, so I recorded a video already that was about 35 minutes long, and somewhere towards the end of the video, but not quite there, I accidentally held up an envelope that had my personal information on it and didn't realize it till I was going back and reviewing some things, and I was thinking, oh, let me check. And sure enough, well, I still can't figure out how to edit when those type of things happen, like to cut it out, because I'm still using my phone. So that video will be for me personally and never make it onto the tube. However, I'm going to try to do this over. It's probably not going to be as great as my first one. Maybe it'll be better, who knows. So I wanted to go over some seeds that I got. Now, it's going to be obvious that they're no longer in their package that they came in because I already did the video. Alright, so I wanted to start with this small lovely envelope, which is the reason I had to delete that video or not post it, because this information that was on the back is all my personal information. So now this comes from Urban Organic Gardener. Now, I don't really have anything that has the information, like a sticker or anything. However, in that little packet, I pay $5 a month. So they sent me this little envelope that was inside of it, and the little envelope has a few items in it. Okay, so now this one was not in the envelope. This was in the bigger envelope, and this is one of the seeds that they gave me. So they gave me alfalfa sprouts. All right, and they have a 90% germination rate. It says sampler pack, but look at all them seeds. And it's for sprouts, so I might actually do these tonight before I go to bed, because I've been dying to try them, but I'm gonna get the video done. And broccoli sprouts. And again, look at all them seeds. And again, it is a 90% germination rate. Days to sprout 2 to 6, and then the alfalfa is 2 to 5. And then in the little brown envelope that they send, it has 2 little seed starting pellets, which I probably won't use for the sprouts. 2 little labels, which I will end up using for the sprouts in the containers that I'm gonna grow them in, because they're sprouts, so they're not gonna look much different than the other, and I may like one more than the other. So now, okay, this has their name on it. So inside everything that they send, they always send you this little card, and they even write on it like a personal message. So this one, they were like, happy planting, Cindy. And then they just give you information on the alfalfa sprouts, the broccoli sprouts, can be grown as sprouts or microgreens for the alfalfa. Broccoli sprouts are said to be 10 to 100 times higher in some cancer fighting compounds. Just, you know, some cute little information. All right, and then on the back of this, it just gives you some seed germination tips, which I thought was pretty cool, because you could use these with any sprouting. And I haven't really read it. Is it focused? I don't know if that's focused. Sorry, guys. However, I'm just thinking, yeah, I think this is a general one, not so much just for sprouting, because it says it's a good idea to plant 3 to 5 seeds per each hole, and to make sure that you thin seedlings with scissors and never pull or pluck. And obviously when you're sprouting, you're not thinning, so. Alright. And then this one just gives you, on the envelope, it has the instructions on how to use those little pellets. Soil packs is what they're called, and you just soak them in water for 5 minutes, and you've seen how thin they are. They're about this big. They're going to end up being about that big. They do get 3 to 4 times their size. All right, so now some fun stuff. So I watch a guy on YouTube, and he doesn't know me from Adam. I'm not sponsored by anybody that I'm going to be showing you today, just so you know. And he has a shop called Little Shop of Seeds, and his name is like Praxxus, and he has a couple channels. The one on here that's affiliated says it's Praxxus 55712, and that's 2 X's. And I'll try to, if I could remember, guys, I don't think I've ever done it, to put the name of the places that I've gotten these seeds today, so if you're interested. All right, so his seeds usually sell for 55 cents a package. That's why I like him. They were 50 cents until COVID last year, so he went up 5 cents, but really, guys, what is a nickel? I ordered a ton from him. I mean, it doesn't say how many I got in total, but I mean, I paid postage of $4.50, and my net total was $15.40. So with okay, so here's why his seeds are so cheap. He does not care about pretty. He does not have to pay to have his packages printed off for from a third party. He does not have to pay to have them sealed at a third party, anything like that. He goes very basic, and I joke around and say he's the dealer of the seeds, because he sends them in the little baggies, and he just puts a label on them, probably with a, you know, just a label maker that he has, and I'm okay with it. 55 cents. You watch his show, he grows things, guys. He even grows them in his house, what he can during the winter months, because he's in a cooler climate than I am. Not that I could grow much in the winter here, but because I'm still 8B, so we do get some frost. But anyways, this is one of the things I got from him. So that's the Waltham broccoli. Now for 55 cents, he sends you, I don't know if you could see, about, I don't even know how many seeds that is. But guys, you're not going to grow more broccoli than that in one season. You're really not. And if you are, you're most likely buying your seeds commercially anyway, for sprouting or for a big farm. So this is the Waltham broccoli, and then I got Brussels sprouts. Same thing. See the packaging. Again, see the seeds. So I figured it would get boring because it's not like you have pretty pictures to look at if I show you all the seeds that I got from him. However, I did want to show you the difference between, like, when he sends you beans, because he's obviously not going to send them in the small. So this package is a little bit bigger, and you could see the size difference if I hold them together. So you'll definitely see the difference. And again, just a see-through baggie with about, I'm not even sure, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's about 50 seeds in here. 55 cents, guys. Really, that's 50 bean plants. I mean, we might be able to say there's 55 seeds for 55 cents, a penny a bean. And what is that, guys? It's pennies on the bean. So I apologize, that was corny. But anyways, and he had a lot of things. I mean, I bought a lot of things from him. It says I got lavender, collards, celery, cauliflower, cabbage, chard, coriander, nasturtiums, green leaf lettuce, chamomile, an edible flower mix, sage, those pole beans, broccoli, sweet banana peppers, and make sure I don't show my personal information again. Clemson okra, California wonder sweet peppers, and Brussels sprouts. I am definitely trying Brussels sprouts this year, and with everything going on, I just went ahead and ordered them now, to be safe, because I'm horrible at ordering my seeds as summer goes along for possibly doing fall crops. I'll never get it done. All right, so now with that, I'd like to show you the next person I bought from. All right, so sorry guys, not everybody in my house likes to be on camera. All right, so this is my first time ordering from MIGardner. Now with Little Shop of Seeds, it was my first time actually, I think, ordering from him. However, I had received seeds from him because he had sent me some free seeds. And that's just anybody on his channel, any subscribers, they know that like once a year he does this thing where he gives away free seeds, and it's to anybody and everybody. He does not care if you subscribe to his channel. He doesn't go and look. Alright, so I do want to show you what I got from him. These are a little bit in order because I've been stacking them to figure out what I'm going to start. Again, I had already did a video, so I'd already opened these, so I just started sorting through them. So, alright. So this year I wanted to definitely try to get some success with pumpkins. Last year, the pumpkin I grew was one that I bought at the store, and although I got tons of vines out of it, the vine, they're like the squash bugs that get into it. They destroyed them right at the beginning. They didn't even wait for it to like go out and get it somewhere else so they could save some of the plant for me. They got them right from the beginning. So, and I'm not even sure, because I bought it from the store, how much it really would have gave me, although it did look like a very strong plant. And it was little white pumpkins, so the one that grew was like this big, which was probably about half the size as it was supposed to be. So I'm not sure how great those seeds are going to work this year, but I am going to try, because I know it's best to save your own seeds and to, you know, they'll get stronger and stronger from your environment. So I did, however, buy some white seeds. So from MIGardner, I got this brand. All right. And that's a Valiciano. Yeah, I'm going to be saying everything wrong today. And it's an annual. Now, his seeds are $2 a package. Flat $2, doesn't change with what you're getting, with the exception of, I think, the specialty seeds, which is like tropical, or I'll show you those because I did get a couple of those. So I got the white pumpkin, and then I got a winter luxury pumpkin, and I got an annual, well, they're all annuals, but a sugar pie pumpkin, and I got the Girardel pumpkin, which is supposed to be a blue, which you can't see too great on camera. So guys, what I do like about him, now Little Shop of Seeds, great for the price. MIGardner gives you just a little bit more information. So now these have, this one has 20 seeds, this one has 15, this one has 10, this one has 10, $2 for the packages. They do give you a little bit of information on the back. So where this one will say full sun, direct sow, days to germinate, you know, the normal stuff that you would see. But it also says like it's a unique variety of true blue pumpkin. They'll produce 4 to 6 medium-sized pumpkins, weighing around 4 to 10 pounds. The flesh is deep orange, very thick. Carving is not really the best purpose, but for decoration it is beautiful. This variety is incredible when roasted for pies, soup, or baked goods. Rich in flavor, creamy, and free of large strings. The seeds are large and delicious when roasted too. A very long storage pumpkin. So it gives you a lot more information. So, and he's a very popular YouTube channel as well. So, all right. So then I also got from him. Let's see. I guess we'll go through this stack. These look a little out of order, but hey, it'll be like they came out with the envelope. So I got a white cherry tomato, which are really yellow. I never understood that. Minnesota midget cantaloupe. Red burgundy okra. I really enjoyed my okra last year, so I'm dedicating a whole bed to it. And I'm going to be going over my garden plan because I want to have video documentation of it. So now for squash, I am going to try the gray zucchini squash because it is a heat resistant one, and we get up to 110 here. So alright, then I got some garbanzo beans. Guys, I bought the beans from the store last year in a bag from the aisle where you buy the bag and you cook it. A lot of them sprouted, but I only got like 3 beans. So again, I'll be replanting those this year and trying to, you know, see what I could get. However, I'm just gonna try some seeds and see how far I could go and save from those ones as well. So I got golden sweet peas. I've been craving stir fries a lot this winter, so I think I enjoyed eating like fresh green beans and fresh beans in general out of my garden last year for breakfast with my eggs. Sounds weird, but I would saute them. So I'm thinking these sweet peas might be a nice way to start. Alright, so I'll drop this down for a minute. So I got these, which is funny, and I'll explain why it's funny later. But so I ordered these from MIGardner, and they're just a basic red Russian kale. Now, I've never been a big kale person, but I like trying different things. Now, since you realize how much things taste differently when you grow them yourself, and I like eating things with different colors. So, doing the Italian dandelion. Sorry, guys. Sweet dumpling winter. And a lot of these are for baking. They're not going to be for anything else but baking, and I'm going to try this year canning. So I'm going to do some fresh pumpkin, canned pumpkin, chamomile, and I'll be going over, you'll be seeing a lot more herbs this year. Cannellini beans. These say that they can be eaten like any shell bean, but also used as a dry bean. So I'm going to be looking up that because I really want to up my dry bean game. I think I hear the cat, excuse me. Oh well. Alright, so then I got pineapple tomatillos, and I got purple tomatillos, because what would my garden be without purple? Lemon basil, lime basil. Got slow bolt cilantro because I do live in a very warm area, so I'm going to try it out. This is black cherry tomato, a geranium kiss tomato, excuse me, orange currant tomato. I somehow managed to order 2 of these, and Tesla space currant. Okay, that might have been it, I think. Alright, so now here's the other thing I wanted to show you. So look on that last one, when you look at Tesla's land race currant, see how up here they put it's an annual? I mean, most people know that tomatoes are annuals. He does specify indeterminate. He does let you know, which I think is a beautiful thing because not all seed companies do. However, he tells you when it's a perennial. So I got some anise, you can see there, a perennial. Anise, I'm not sure the pronunciation. However, super excited because I'm sure I've shared with you guys, I don't care for putting too much time and effort into plants that are not edible. So something like that I can use for culinary purposes, drinking herbs, food, whatever it may be, that comes back every year is just great. All right, then you got the salad burnet, which is a tender perennial. So by that, I'm assuming it says it's much more heat tolerant, traditionally for medicinal and culinary use, container friendly, perennial. So I'm gonna look it up because tender perennial, I'm assuming it just means that it's not very forgiving with maybe a heavy frost. So I'm gonna look it up, and if that's the case, maybe it stays in a container where I could bring it in the winter months and put it back out in the summer. All right, so then I got chicory, again, a perennial, and I got purslane, never had, perennial, culantro. So this is supposed to be a cousin to cilantro, and it's supposed to be best used as a fresh herb, as needed. You could just cut it off as needed, and it's very good for like hot dishes in soups and stews and stuff like that. But when you use it fresh, you're going to use it very little at a time because it's supposed to have a stronger flavor than its cousin cilantro. And then I got caraway, which is a biennial. So I wasn't sure what that meant, and again, MIGardner did not fail me because it says the leaves can be snipped the first year for fresh use. Seeds will be ready to harvest at the end of the second season when the flowers are done blooming. When seeds become or when seeds have produced, you can also dig up the taproot and use that as a root vegetable. So biennial, you get 2 years out of it. So now those were the $2 seeds that I got from MIGardner. Remember I said that he had a couple of them that were just a little bit more expensive? Well, those were his tropicals. So I am trying, now you only get 5 seeds, and they were like $3.50 or $4. Coffee. So now it's container friendly, full sun, perennial, but it's gonna have to be grown indoors, at least during the cooler months, because it does love tropical weather. So I'm gonna look up and see what the average temperature is that it likes, because we do get to 110 degrees starting in like June here, all the way up until the end of August. But those other months we still stay in like the 80s, so anywhere between like 80 to 100 on the other, surrounding months. So I mean, we have a very long growing season here. I just want to know what the cutoff is for tropical, but I'm gonna grow them kind of like I do with my lemon and lime trees that are not acclimated for our area. I grow them in the big containers on my deck where I could pull them in the winter. And I apologize, have one of them right there. We failed to get it in here on time. Oh, just keep putting my hand over it. We failed to get it in here before we had this really bad frost at Christmas. And it was just crazy because it had been 75 degrees on Christmas Eve 2 days before Christmas. So Christmas Eve when I was out doing some shopping, and then Christmas morning we woke up and it was like 22 degrees outside. It just out of nowhere. I mean, I'm sure the weather said it, but who would have really believed it? So again, I'll be growing them in containers like that where I could just bring them in, and they're huge, like 25-gallon containers. And then this is the other one I'm really excited about. So I'm gonna do some purple flesh dragon fruit. Again, see how it's labeled tropical. You only get 20 seeds, and this one too was like $3.50, $4, because it's part of the tropical collection. I think it's called like exotic seeds when you go on the site. And those were my MIGardner seeds. So now I'm just gonna quickly show you some of the ones I got from a big box store, because they're not like super great. However, I normally go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, and Ace Hardware. I know, my life is great, right? But so I can't tell you for sure exactly where I got these, but these are just some that I grabbed because I knew that I would want to try them, and they're sold here, so I just figured, why not try? And I just have a habit of, whenever I go into a store, I get at least one package of seeds if they're there. All right, so this one I opened like last night because I'm an idiot like that, and because I didn't realize it said 10 seeds, but these are sun gold tomato pole cherry beans, and they come in really pretty packaging with a little bit of a story. And then it also gives you some information on the back, but as you can see, $3.89 and you get 10 seeds. So I didn't realize it was 10 seeds because tomatoes are so small. I just assumed that there was more, but it is what it is. Alright, so we discovered with New Year's Day going to get our food that we enjoyed black-eyed peas. So I'm going to try to grow some black-eyed peas and some pink-eyed peas, because again, what would my garden be like without purple? Alright, and then I got some amaranth. Now the peas were $1.58, the amaranth $2.49. See it up there in the corner. I got just some regular Ford Hook zucchini, summer squash, some early prolific straight neck summer squash, some yellow crooked neck summer squash, some pick and pick hybrid summer squash, and the first 3 of those squash was $2.49 a package, and this one was $1.96. And then he grabbed this because I didn't have any luck with big peppers last year. All my peppers were small, and I think it was the kind that I bought. So this one says grand pepper, so we're gonna try these. $1.58. Some bunching onions, because I just randomly had some onions sprout out with my raspberries the other day, and that was super satisfying. And then I got some mammoth sunflowers because why not? Sunflowers. Always brings a smile to my face. So now, the final seed company that I ordered from this year is also a very popular seed company, and again, I'm not sponsored, is Baker's Creek. So I'm gonna start with some of the more popular stuff. Again, they're probably mixed up, but we'll see. Alright, so I got white currant tomatoes. On here they look a little bit more white than his picture, but I mean they're still yellow. I got some purple bumblebee, some black cherry, and yes, in case you're noticing, almost every single one is a currant, cherry, or grape tomato. I'm the only one who really truly enjoys tomatoes in this house, with the exception of my youngest daughter, who's never really home anymore. So it just made sense for me to grow what I'm going to enjoy. And then if she's home, she could eat some of it too. But the big slicer tomatoes, I was just not eating them fast enough. And once I learn how to can, I might decide to grow a couple of those just for canning purposes. But for now, I get an enjoyment out of the cherry, grape, and I'm going to try currant this year. And I really enjoyed the dark pigmented and the yellow the most. So I didn't go with very many reds this year. I got, now they must have ran out of envelopes, but this is what they sent. It's heavy hitter okra, and it's supposed to be extremely prolific. So it was 15 seeds for $3.50, so I really hope it is. And then I got the Cherokee Trail of Tears, and this is supposed to have very vigorous long vines. Alright, then I got some habaneras, and for those who don't know, it's like a habanero pepper without the heat. So they're going to look just like a habanero, and they're going to be sweet, which I thought was pretty cool because it'll add some fun color to the garden and some different flavored peppers without killing me with the heat. Shishitsu peppers. Super happy about that. I heard these grow tons of peppers. Alright guys, and for those who order from Baker's Creek, you know that usually they send you out free seed orders. It used to be with every 5 packages you ordered of seeds. I don't know, I ordered maybe 20 or more packages from them this year, and I only got 1. So I don't know if it's the new thing with everything that's going on, but it's funny because they sent me Russian red kale. Now, if they looked at my history, they would have seen that I never ever bought kale from them. However, it's just funny because I'm wanting to try it this year and bought it from MIGardner. So my free seeds ended up being free. So I did get some coleus, and I know they're not edible. However, I do have some shaded parts of my yard that's never ever going to grow anything. And I just wanted to add some color and some prettiness to it, so I'm going to be adding those this year. So cinnamon basil, because why not? Cinnamon. Some more lemon basil. Again, the envelope, I think they just ran out. Basil. Cardinal basil. Alright, so then I got these. Now I know I was saying about the hot peppers, I was like, but I'm going to do these in containers so they don't cross-contaminate my other peppers. Even though I will be doing some jalapenos again this year, and I believe those are in here. But these are so pretty. The Chinese 5 colors, and they just grow. From what I've seen at grocery stores when they sell them, they just have so many in these little packed containers, and they're so pretty. And I tried dehydrating last year and turning things into a powder for seasoning, and it worked out very well. So this year I'm going to do the Chinese 5 colored peppers, and I'm going to make seasoning out of it. So I'm going to try corn this year. atomic orange corn because it's supposed to have, I think it says, I can't remember what it said, but it has more protein, and I love my protein. Alright, so I'll be trying those this year, and I'll be going over how I'm doing that. And I'm doing the Chinese red noodles. Look how long those noodles are. Isn't that amazing? I really hope those work. And then I'm going to do the blue-hilled beans again, because why not? Purple. Oh, and then yeah, here's the jalapenos. I don't know how I ended up ordering 2 more of these because I still had plenty of them from last year. And last but not least, these are the 2 ones I was excited for from MIGardner this year, and that is the garden huckleberry and the chichiquilate huckleberry. And I know you guys might ask why I would go with 2 separate ones. However, one of them originated in Africa, one of them originated in Mexico, and I'm just curious to see which one's going to be more tolerant for my area. These will mostly be used for jams anyway, and maybe some huckleberry butter or some like syrup type things for pancakes and French toast or whatnot. But that is what I'm doing this year as far as the seeds that I bought. So I will be doing a video on how I'm planning to do my garden, what I'm putting in my garden, the layouts and all that, the new ones that I'm adding in, new stuff to come. So I know this video got long. Thank you for those who are still watching. And I really hope to continue to make some videos. I'm going to try to do it like once or twice a week. At least until the season picks up, and then maybe I'll do more. Alright guys, so I'm going to see you on the flip side, and be blessed.